Hey, what's up? It's me, Dr. Josh, and I want to talk to you today about how to grow your practice by building trust with your patients. Now, why is trust so important? Because you can look at what marketing companies and Facebook ad agencies want to say, but growing trust is the #1 way to grow your practice, get more referrals, and keep those patients longer, have them undergo their entire treatment plan, and end up referring you more clients. So if we build trust, our business will succeed as well, plus we'll be able to deliver the care that we really like. So I want to share a study with you today. It's called If Your Feelings Were Hurt, I'm Sorry. And it's by Fisher and Frankel in 2020, published in the Journal of General Internal Medicine. Now, it's all about how to apologize. Why is that so important? Well, look, every one of us at some point in our career will probably screw up. I've screwed up. I don't know if you have, but if you haven't, it's probably coming. Screw-ups happen, and when they happen, we need to maintain trust so we keep those patients around. Here's an interesting fact. The #1 response at the end of a trial for a doctor getting sued for malpractice is the same statement over and over. And the statement that most of the patients make after the lawsuit is, if this doctor would have just apologized, we wouldn't have even been here. So what's the deal? Well, these researchers found out that there is a non-apology and then there is an apology. But an apology has 4 parts. It's AERR. You can think of that as an acronym. You can air it out. AERR. #1, acknowledgement. Admit you screwed up. It's so important to just say, listen, I know we have a great relationship. I screwed this one up. Acknowledgement is the first step. #2 is explanation. Typically, patients want to know what happened. Why did I get forgot? Why was my diagnosis incorrect? Why was I given the drug that was wrong? Why did you cut off the wrong part of my body or operate on the wrong knee? All of those things can happen in medicine. I'm sure you've heard stories, but the most important thing is #1, we acknowledge it. #2, explain what happened. Hey, I made a mistake. Somehow we were convinced that the chart said right knee when in fact it was your left. Mr. Johnson, I sincerely apologize. 3rd step, express some sort of regret or remorse. Don't be an a-hole. It's not that hard. But what the patients are looking for and what the study found is that people really want to know that this mistake actually bothered you. It's not that you made a mistake. It's that they want to know it bothered you. So express regret and remorse. And then finally, the 4th step is reparations. Some sort of reparation to let that person know, I screwed up. I apologize, and here's what I'm going to do about it. Whether it's, hey, we're going to institute a policy change, or we're going to have a second doctor sign off on the notes, or because of this, I know that you got forgotten in our phone tree, so we're going to have the IT department look into our phone tree to make sure it works better. It doesn't matter. There was one detail about that, though. If you promise a reparation, make sure it's something you can actually fulfill on. So if you say we're going to refund the money, refund the money. If you say we're going to offer free care to your spouse, then offer free care. But don't promise a reparation that you can't actually come through with. For example, if you say we're going to have the IT department look into our phone system, you've got to be able to follow through with that. And the next time that patient calls, they want to know some change happened. So there are 4 parts to an apology: acknowledgement, explanation, regret, remorse, and reparations. If one of those was missing, these researchers found that people classified that as a non-apology or incomplete. Now, if you ever want to play a fun game, just watch a politician who gets into hot water and watch what they say. Typically, they're missing 1 or 2 of those, like they don't express regret or remorse, or they don't make any reparations because they don't want promises that people are going to keep them accountable to. So if you want to be a great provider, grow your office, grow trust with your patients, make sure you know the 4-part apology framework. Oh, and by the way, sometimes this happens, but clear communication is much easier when you have 2-way messaging with your patients. So hopefully you make your apology in person. But if you need to follow up on that, or you want to make a greater impact, it wouldn't be bad to use 2-way text messaging like that's built into TrustDrivenCare's software platform, and send a message 24 hours later. Maybe that message says, hey, Mr. Johnson, again, I apologize. And as a reminder, here's what we're going to do. We appreciate the relationship. The likelihood of you getting sued for malpractice drops significantly if you take that action. And I don't know, there's no current research, but my gut instinct is it would go down even further if you send that 24-hour text message. That's based on research as well. So anyways, if that interests you, check out our software platform, TrustDrivenCare, where we have two-way messaging along with a host of other features to help you grow trust and grow your practice. Talk to you next time.